Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Planet Zoo update. Well, actually, as you can see, we are not in Planet Zoo, we are in Planet Coaster for the sake of showing you something that I got absolutely super excited about these recent days. And actually, on Wednesday, where there was this Ask Me Anything thing on Reddit going on, I made this one video boiling it all together, but there was one thing in particular I thought it has to be something we have to look into in particular, because it is so amazing. People might not see why though, because a lot of people just come to the game right now not having experienced Planet Coaster at all, but there is something that is called blueprint system. For those of you who don't know, I'm just very briefly going to explain what that is, and then I'm going to explain why this is such a huge leap forward in Planet Zoo. So we have the blueprints menu down here. We will have the exact same in Planet Zoo as well. It's also like an own little tab you have down here. The menu looks pretty much the same as it is in here, just with a few minor tweaks and things. As you can see there, we have some categories. They will be obviously different in Planet Zoo for sure, and you can also type and search something. However, this is pretty easy. You can just get those things from everywhere you want, and you can actually also go to the Steam workshop right here over here, just easily peasily, and do it. I have multiple ones in here. As you can see, I made several over the course of time, and since we're talking about animals, let's talk about my elephant statue I made quite a few years ago. So this is a statue made out of elephants, out of wooden planks, I should say. As you can see, this is made out of single individual pieces. I can click them now all one by one, and then you can just put them in your park or in your zoo, wherever you want. So now if we want to make this kind of thing now the other way around, just imagine you have built this wonderful statue now in your zoo and you want to share this with people. This is how you do it. You go basically, again, this is the same. This is why we can use it. There's no big change how it works in Planet Zoo. I can confirm because I've already played it. So if you go to the multi-selection tool, you can just drag over the whole thing, and then you have selected them all. And as you can see, there is this little blueprint button down here appearing. If we hit this one, there is a overlay opening. Hopefully it's opening quicker in Planet Zoo than it is doing it right now here in Planet Coaster, which is because it's also filled up. Anyways, you can then just update the blueprint you already have, or you can go in and create a new blueprint. You just do it, go down here and just find an angle that is interesting enough for people to see, like so. I would say I'm just quickly taking a screenshot as well, so I can use this for the video later on. But yeah, so this is basically how we do it, and then you can go in and call this like test statue elephant, for example, and then you can enter a description. This is a statue made out of wooden planks. Here we go. And then you can also give it certain text so people can search for it easily on the workshop. So I can say it's other scenery. I believe there was even a statue thing. Yeah, statues and special effects because of the VFX. And then you can just hit create blueprint. I'm just quickly doing it right now. You create the blueprint. Now, as you can see, it's saying saving up here. It's saved, easy peasy. And if you go now in here, and we can see it right now, this is basically what you have to do. I wonder why it takes ages like this. Anyways, we type an elephant, and there you go. We've all, like, this is my original one. This is the one I just created. And as you can see, there is this little Steam Workshop item over here. You just click it, and then you automatically get to the Steam Workshop and you upload it. Since I'm doing screen record right now, you can't really see it, so I'm quickly changing over to the Alright, here we go. So now as I hit this one over here, we just click it, you can see Steam overlay opens. It looks basically the same as you've just experienced that in Planet Coaster. You just do the new workshop item, it automatically takes your tags and stuff like that, and then you can just upload it over here to the workshop. I'm obviously not doing it right now because I have uploaded this already. This would be just for the sake of testing it. But as soon as it's uploaded, it's visible for everyone. Everyone can search for it and download it to their own zoos, and it will then, when you've just downloaded it, I'm just going to quickly show you how this looks when you do it. So you open this and then you go to the Planet Coasters workshop, obviously over here. If I say I want to have the diving bell, I just click on here. The diving bell is downloaded. I can close Steam again, and if we go in here and we type dive, you can see there is it already, pretty damn easy. Missing toolkit items, I said, okay, just download these ones. Alright, we are back, and you can see it actually even turned evening. The lighting changed. It took so long until these freaking TMTK pieces were loaded. Anyways, you can see, I mean, for you it's very, very quickly right now. Boom, here we go. You just downloaded it from the workshop and you put it down, and this is how the blueprint then looks into your game. So it just takes a few seconds from the moment where you actually had it till this very moment where it's in the game, and that's the simple way, the same way it will work also in Planet Zoo. Let me just change the light for a sec. Oops, where is the lighting? Here we go. Let's put it to 12. So nope, PM please. There we go. So we see things again. Now, before we continue, let me just tell you, and this is why I'm so super excited. One thing that is not possible in Planet Coaster is that we include terrain information. So if I am going to, let's say, pull a little bit of terrain around this one, like just like so, okay? This is what I do. I pull the terrain around it, let's say do it this way, and then I'm going to select all of this, and we say we create a blueprint, and then you will see in the blueprint, you will basically see the terrain information. It is here, but as soon as I create the blueprint, you won't see the terrain, and you won't be able to put it down because it basically is not included into this blueprint. However, in Planet Zoo, it will be possible to include terrain, and therefore we just need to consider two things, which I'm not entirely sure how they do it, because if we have some different terrain heights, let's say, I don't know, we have a hill over here, we have a hill over here, and we have something else over here, and we want to put something in the middle. I do want to really know how they treat it, how it works. Maybe it's like flattening, because the path has also an option to flatten terrain, which is over here, and if I build a path right here, you can see it automatically flattens the terrain until I go over this crest over here, and it kind of creates this bridge. I think I could also just be a bit more careful, and it would always create a bit more terrain. Let me just see. Yeah, here we go. So I believe it could be something like this. If you put down the blueprint, it automatically creates this kind of terrain corner over here. But as you can see, it's pretty ugly though. You know, it's not smoothed out. This would be a bit more smoothed out. Anyways, this one a bit hard. I should lower down the intensity quite a bit. So you can see this would be a nicer way of implementing it. But it's pretty harsh. So I'm really curious how they will solve this issue in Planet Zoo. Therefore, let's jump quickly into Photoshop, and I'm going to try to explain you why I think it's important to talk about how it actually works, and so you can consider that you have also to now think about the terrain, how you lay it out, and how you set it up to make sure that you make the best use of it also in the game later on. Alright, so as promised, here we are quickly in Photoshop. The thing about the blueprints now, as they contain terrain information, is a little bit tricky. So the thing I mentioned already, that it will be interesting to see how they implement it. It's down to the fact that if you consider your zoo, for example, has like a side view of like, let's say this view, whatever, you know, you have a little bit of a mountain, whatever. This is how your zoo looks from the side. It's 2D view from the side, you know? And then you have your blueprint, which basically contains the information of, let's say, a habitat that is raised. So, you know, this would be like a hill, goes a little bit down, and there we go. This is like, there we go. This is like the terrain, and then we have like water over here, right? So now the question is, how can we get this into here? So what does it create with the land? Because obviously we need to fill this in somehow. So just to simulate this, I'm just going to quickly cut off this one. So we move it basically. Can I just, thank you, just let's cut it out and paste it in again, and then if we move it in here, you can see it already is exactly happening what I was thinking about. It doesn't really connect, you know, and I'm just putting it somewhere now, just to make you see what I meant. So now you can see there is like basically this little ugly edge over here and this edge over here. So the game obviously would look very dull if it just connects like so and like so, right? I should take another color for the sake of showing it to you. So let's take this green. So this is basically the area where it doesn't connect, and this is basically the area where it doesn't connect. So there are like many options how this could work. I think the one option that is, I guess, potentially the one that makes the most sense is somehow that it levels the terrain. So no matter where you put it, it kind of creates a smooth edge. So if we get rid of these things again, we go back into the background and take the little eraser tool over here, and we just delete a little bit of this area until we have basically the same height, and we just delete this also. And we go back to the painting board, and we can also just take the other color. It kind of creates this smooth transition then over here. I should have gone into this layer, by the way. Anyways, and then it creates this transition over here, and so it's done. So that you basically have then an area like this, which kind of has created your blueprint. I think this is fair to say that this could be the way they do it, which would also mean that they use the kind of flattened terrain option for the sake of using it. Anyhow, I believe it's such a leap forward, and let's just jump back into Planet Coaster so I can show you the last bit, which we are not really sure if it works or not. So yeah, let's see how the path could be interacting. Alright, we are back now in Planet Coaster, and the last thing we wanted to talk about is path. So at the moment we don't really know if path will be included. They said in the AUNA that they are still looking into it. I have several blueprints where I'm going to show you why it would be a huge thing to implement path. This is really short, just showing off to you guys what this will implement. So I made this coaster, for example, the Bee's Friend Kitty coaster, and obviously this coaster has a queue. And if it is going to load now, I don't even know. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's quite a large file. So if I put this down now, you can see, I think this is the height you can go to, something like that. Okay, cool. So you can see there is an entrance over here, and this entrance was made in a way that the path goes up here, goes through this thing over here. Then we have this lovely little roundish dish where the path then goes down here. It's kind of a a circular stair that goes down into this area over here, then it meanders through here until it connects to the station. But you can see there is like no information at all about the path in here. This means you have to set it up yourself, and now it's getting very finicky. I'm just going to show you quickly why it is that finicky. So what you would need to do, you would just build this all yourself. You don't really know what the creator wanted from you. You know, I mean, I am the one now who knows how to do it because I basically built this one, but you also have to make sure that you hit the right height now, which, you know, I don't do. You need to make sure that you have the right things. You need to put the curved slopes on, because if you don't have this activated, you won't be able to make like this roundish stair that goes down here now, and all these kind of things, which are super important, because actually, you know, you wouldn't have known that you need to do this to go down here. You know, since I know how to build this path, it was pretty easy to do now to just quickly build this path down here. You know, it's doing the job, it's working, but it's not the way you would expect it to be. You want to have this one included, so it would be a huge thing if Planet Zoo also embeds the path. I mean, it wouldn't be a deal breaker if it's not, because you can see it works, and creators got very creative in kind of explaining how it works. I believe I downloaded one of the things where someone gave an introduction. Let me just quickly see if I find it, because it's really nice to see how creative people actually got in explaining things. And it really helped out on you know, getting rid of the issue actually that we had finding the right area to put the path in. So I'm not even sure which one exactly it is. Let me just check. If I don't find it in a second, I won't do it, because I don't want to kind of borrow your time too much. Nope. Maybe this one. Let's see if this hypercoaster. Oh my god. Oh god, okay, it doesn't really have, oh wait, it has something like that. So, you know, this red thing over here is solely made to make people aware of where you need to put it, so that you have exactly the right height. So you just need to make sure that this goes below the ground, boom, and then you have the right height so that the path connects automatically, just to mention this. But yeah, that's it already. I am, count me, super hyped for the new blueprint system. So first improvement, definitely considering or containing actually the terrain information, is a huge thing, especially for making enclosures or like habitats which are so dependent on terrain. It's one of those things I haven't expected at all to be happening, so that's why I'm even more stoked and even more excited about the feature. If they will go that far and even include the freaking path, this would make the thing for me. I would be on to create millions of blueprints for you guys out there, because it will be so cool and so easy to use. So I can't wait for it. But yeah, that should be it. I don't want to make it too awfully long. I hope it was helpful for you to get an idea of how the blueprint system works and why I'm so excited about it. And as soon as we have Planet Zoo next week, and I got some of the scenario out of my way, so I have some kind of more or less sandbox-ish environment, I'll be also more than happy to do a little tutorial on that, but I don't want to spend my time doing that tutorial in the first second. So here you go, that's my tutorial in Planet Coaster for Planet Zoo for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comments down below if you've got any questions regarding the blueprint system, or if you do already have an idea what your first blueprint will be you're going to make. I'm super interested to hear that. Anyways, see you in the next one, guys. Have a good time and bye. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you appreciate that. And now a special thanks also to all the people supporting me here on that channel, making this all possible. You can see that on the left hand side right now. And also, if you want to see more of my stuff, make sure to click that card on the right top now. And if you want to stick around, make sure to hit that sub button, which is on the bottom right of the screen. If you want to see stuff on my social media, sneak peeks and stuff like that, it is on the bottom left on the screen. And yeah, I hope to see you again in the next episode. Until then, enjoy your time, guys, and bye.